We're in the locker room here at U.S. Bank Stadium after the Vikings 23-10 win over the San Diego Chargers. We're with the Vikings play-by-play analyst, Paul Allen. Paul, what did you think about the new stadium?
I don't mean to be rude here, but I'm just paging through Twitter to see all the positive things everybody is saying nationally about the Minnesota Vikings, so let me get that distraction out of the way. The new stadium was fantastic. I've been in here several times, but obviously I've never done a game in here. I think the natural lighting is great. The video boards are fantastic, and the team won the game. So, I can't wait for the regular season, but today was fun.
Tell you what, for the fans who didn't make it, it was obviously very loud in the Metrodome. That was a pretty good amp level when we got a couple of those third down and long situations. What was your thought about the noise in the stadium?
I can't even begin to imagine how loud it's going to be 3 weeks from today when Green Bay is here. I mean, it's going to be as loud as you'll hear in the NFL. I think when the pivoting doors are open, which they weren't today on the west side, I'm curious to see what the noise level is going to be when that happens compared to when they're closed. But I can tell it's going to be loud.
Well, I'll tell you what, this team is truly got championship contender written all over it.
So?
What are the things that you see that you think take?
If the quarterback plays in the regular season the way he's played in these two preseason games, then we're really onto something, not only with the passing game, but the overall offense. I've been super impressed with Bridgewater's decision-making with everything I see behind the scenes in the offseason at Cincinnati and today against San Diego. And, obviously more goes into it than just the quarterback. But I think the way the defense has improved the last couple of years, I think we know we can really trust the defense in certain situations. Then you got Peterson running the ball. So now you get to the quarterback who had 14 passing touchdowns last year. And I think we're on to something with Teddy this year. I think he's going to be really good.
We talked about for years about, we got to get this tight end involved in the offense. You see it in training camp. You see it here. They're really getting him involved, really to an effective manner.
Well, they're deep at tight end, too. Rudolph had a touchdown today, and the pass from Bridgewater was as good as I've seen from Teddy Bridgewater. And then Michael Pruitt got a little nicked up today, but I like him. I like that rookie from Texas San Antonio, David Morgan. And then you got Red Ellison, who, I thought might go to the PUP into the season, but he practiced all week last week. So they're very deep at tight end. They're very deep at running back. The offensive line pass protection-wise is better than it was last year. Diggs is in his second year. Treadwell, that two-point conversion, it looks like on the alley-oop, he's going to be really good. The Vikings are stacked.
Meanwhile, we got the line. A little bit of shifting around because of injuries that you're going to see in preseason. What's your thought about T.J. Clemmings and how he's coming along?
I think he has still a long way to go. I was impressed with TJ last year at right tackle. TJ had a rough season. But the thing I liked about TJ is that he would always be very aware of the mistakes he was making, and he would correct them. The problem is he was making a lot. He had to fill in for Matt Khalil at left tackle today. There were some moments early in the game where I think he had some rough moments. TJ is learning on the fly, but I think will be a good backup once we head to Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, always on defense, it was always the weakness of our team the past couple of years before Mike Zimmer came here. Now we're so deep, it seems like every position. You got a Jaron Curse coming in here. You've got 8 deep on the defensive line. What do you see a team like the Packers coming here and seeing that team in this noise in this stadium?
Well, the defense also is playing right now without its leading tackler from last year, Eric Kendricks, who practiced this week. Probably could have played today, but they were being safe with Eric. So you put Eric into the mix with Barr. Barr looks really good. Greenway's looking good. The defensive line depth is good. I really like Justin Tracho as a third, fourth defensive end. Now you get back to the back end, like you said, Tom. And Jaron Curse has a couple of interceptions in the preseason, and they have to figure out what they're going to do at safety. Sendejo played the entire game today because Exum got hurt. It'll be Smith and Sendejo when they go to Tennessee. Then after that, there's room for 2 more, and I think it's going to be difficult to figure out who they are, but I think Curse definitely, if I had to bet my money, I think Curse makes that 53.
I'll tell you what, and when you look even at the punting game, we come in here, we're concerned, can Jeff Locke pick up his game? Certainly indoors today, he showed that he could.
Yeah, and the thing about Jeff Locke is that a lot of fans and a lot of people via social media have significant concerns about Jeff. And, when they lay out the stats from what he did last year, I can understand why there would be some concerns. And honestly, Jeff had a bad game in Seattle, 2 touchbacks and a 33-yard punt. But the team doesn't seem to be concerned with the situation in that they didn't bring in any punters to compete with him. And I think they think with the way the offense is going to flow and Jeff going indoors, he's going to be fine. And I'm not really one to second guess those guys.
Yeah, you also look finally at the cornerback position. I mean, that is a deep position. Mackenzie Alexander showed certainly today. What's your thought on who the opening day starters are there, but next to Xavier Rhodes?
I'd go, if Rhodes is healthy, I would go Newman and Rhodes, Munnerlin in the slot. Mackenzie Alexander is quickly becoming one of my favorite guys on the team. I don't really know him that well. It's just I like the way he plays. And I can tell that he has that nasty factor to him and plays the cornerback spot, I think, the way the head coach wants it played. I've also been impressed with the improvement of Trey Waynes. So they're deep there. Then you got Marcus Sherrill's punt returner, and he won that Seattle game with a pick six. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to make the team sound like the 27 Yankees, but this is a very good team and a team that definitely can win the division again, and I think should be considered a top 3 or 4 candidate to go to the Super Bowl from the NFC.
I see you share the same optimism of the fans and the rest of us.
That's what I do, man. I'm the compensated cheerleader, right?
Absolutely. Well, and the best news is now you can put away all that cold weather gear. You're inside now.
Yeah, yeah, but we still have road games, and we still have to walk from where we park our cars around the palatial purple paradise into the spot. The struggle still is moderately real.
You heard it. Paul's looking for somebody to drive him directly to the entrance of the games. Paul, listen, I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Fantastic game today.
Yeah, bless you.
From U.S. Bank Stadium, I'm Tom Moore with PA.